Hi, good afternoon. I have Ron today with buying your dream house, and he's one of the realtor in South Florida. And Ron has a lot of experience in buying residential property and commercial property. And I have the privilege to every Tuesday have a chat with Ron. Today, most likely, and we're gonna go through a simple method about commercial lending because I know Ron does a lot of commercial. My goal as an underwriter is to go overview what we can, um, uh, share our idea. Ron, bonsoir, comment you? How are you, Ron? Today's gonna be most likely English.
Hey, good afternoon, Eve. Thank you for having me once again. I'm doing wonderful, man. As yourself.
Ron, thank you so much. And I know in our studio we have some technical problems, Ron. And I cannot hear you. You can hear me. And all you have to do, as long as I see you pause, I'll continue with the thing with you right now, Ron. Because I'm very a smart guy. You know, when you're a student, you gotta learn how to do things incredible. That's the way it is, Ron. And my goal is to continue with you. I know, Ron, you help a lot of my church to get a loan, and when the church is struggling to get a realtor involved, and I know you're a top realtor when it's come for commercial, and you're a top realtor when it's come for residential. Today, I want to say thank you so much for coming to the show. And today, I'll tell you what happened to one of my clients, and I got a referral from a bank. Bank guy denied what it's not my client. Let me fix it. It's not my client. I network with a bank. A bank called me, say, hey, I have a client, I got denied. I'm not gonna mention the bank, and I got denied with that loan, and there's nothing I can do. Today at 4 o'clock, I went to see the client, Ron. When I went to see the client, the amazing about us seeing the client said, I'm already on a restaurant in downtown West Palm. My goal is to purchase another commercial that already have occupied another restaurant. And I said, okay, talk to me. And guess what? Funny about it, Ron? I'm gonna let you dive to it. And the client is a client I knew. And when I called him yesterday, we were talking. And while we were talking, I said, "Is that so and so?" He said, "Is that so and so?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "We're not gonna talk over the phone anymore. You gotta come to see me in the restaurant. Let's talk about it, Ron. Talk to me about it. Real estate, Ron."
Well, listen, man. As you know, man, when we in the industry, we come to work for people by doing everything we can in every way possible to work for the people and do the best thing we can on their end. As we know, in the real estate industry, especially the commercial side, it takes a lot of work. It seems easy, but it takes a lot of work because you need a lot of knowledge. You need the market knowledge. You have to be very strong in negotiation to negotiate with clients, treat your clients right, and also be very client focused, meaning like you gotta stay into what your client really needs, what they want to do, and so that you can stay on that and figure out what they need. With your knowledge on the market and knowing what's going on, then you can actually get them to the right place, the right spot, and this is why we always work. This is why we want to succeed in every endeavor here.
Right. I like the way you put it perspective. You said knowing the market. That's very important. Knowing what the client looking for. A lot of realtors right now, when they meet the client, they think is making money is that's the key. In reality, it's not about making money. It's just want to know what the client wants. And when the client tell you what they wants, this is where or their needs. This is where we become advocate. And you know what, Ron? I love the fact you say that. I dive to the story. When I get to the client, we were talking. One of the things I learned, I brought my sheet. I said, okay, tell me why the bank is denied a loan. They say the bank denied a loan because of my financial. I said, what happened to your financial? I said, let me see the financial. I look at the financial, Run. I go over the financial. And he said, I said, yep, the bank guy denied your loan because of financial. I see the errors. And I said, guess what? You cannot do loan with banks, but you can do a loan with me. My goal is to come with 20% down on an occupy. If you're not on an occupy, I'm still can do your tax, but that's what you're gonna get. Um, and I said, Also, I give him a suggestion. If you want to do the other right, it's 75% with no tax return. He said, man, I don't have 75%. I don't have 20%. I want to go with 10%. I said, okay, that's what you want to go. That's fine. And I brought my calculation, go over the payment with him. When I got to the payment run, he said, I said, if you buy the building $1.6 million, you put 10% down, and the interest rate I showed him, he said, that's the same rent I'm paying. I should be able to buy the building. While we're talking about it, I said, do you have a realtor? He said, no, I don't have a realtor. I mean, I need a realtor to be involved. I said, hey, I got my son for you. The realtor hat. I think you need to call yourself the fancy realtor hat. I think that would be differentiate yourself with other people. That's what you're supposed to call yourself. He said, you know the good thing about Iran? He said, it doesn't matter if I have to pay the realtor to negotiate with those guys for me, I'll do it, even if they don't want to pay the realtor. Ron, talk to me about it, man.
Knowledge that you have of your work. This is why a client can get denied by the bank and
Recording in progress.
you can automatically see what they need, or why they got rejected or why they didn't get qualified. And you can literally, in a quick second, figure out what on the program you have. You can put them on to get them what they need. And this is what it is, because your work is to do for other people. So therefore, you put yourself in a position to be very knowledgeable and get all education possible for you to get that. And this is where I come from. So knowing the market, knowing exactly what's going on, and my ability to negotiate with whoever, because I have a great knowledge on the market, so I can negotiate for my clients to get them right. And this is why we do what we do. So yeah, I am the guy, and I can negotiate whatever they need. I can make it happen. And the other thing too, because we're in the business, we don't do business for today. We don't do business for just now to get the quick dollar. That's what makes us different than anybody else. We tend to do the long term work, because if you help a client to do a commercial deal right now, to buy a commercial building, what can you have to stick with them to help them in the progress of that, and what's the goal is to reach the goal. So if you're just trying to close the deal to just get a few dollars in and out of the way, then you're not looking for the best interest. So our thing is to look in the best interest for the client, to make sure everything they need, not just closing the deal now, but also in the long term, what's going to work out for them. This is why we do what we do.
Ron, I like when you say closing the deal. I remember today, I was running, I was at the gym today. I was listening to Emmanuel Macron with the President Trump. Trump is talking about, I just want to close the deal. When you say that to me, I said, you remind me, Trump. Trump is doing real estate for America, negotiate real estate deal. He said, they asked Trump about the Ukraine. He said, man, I just want to close the deal.
Just want to close the deal. I like it, though. And this is what they have to. That's what that's the mindset. We just want to
Eh,
close the deal. We don't care about the legals, this and that. We just want to close the deal. But we don't work like that. We care about everything, every aspect. So we want to close the deal.
that remind me, Trump. Right, thank you so much for elaborate. What you say, the knowledge is number one. I remember when I called you, and I had about the real estate deal. You said, hey, Eve, I couldn't pick up the phone, man. I just get up from class. Man, you're always going after school, man, to educate yourself about commercial industry because there's not too many realtors that does commercial, man. What are you know, we went to class today. What did you learn from the class? Just give me a little bit basic. You have to go dive to it, man. Just give me something, man.
Oh, no, no.
Share something with me, man.
Commercial real estate class that I, it's like the law. If you're in law, if you're a lawyer, or you in law school, or you're doing anything with law, you know that every day there's a new law. Every day a law can change. Every day something can change in the law system. So the real estate is the same thing, because there's so many moving parts of the real estate, especially the commercial aspect. There's so many things going on
Man, I like what the way you say laws change. Commercial is a different industry right now. It's not residential where people think. It's called B2B, business to business. And the game is changing all the time. It's not personal. It's just go straight to business. There's no crying. There's no baby crying. It's skin in the game. Put your money down. Hire the top realtor to protect you. Hire the top attorney to protect you because, man, well, I know, Ron, you work with an attorney that help you a lot. I'll tell you a story, guys. I'll tell you one story. And I remember a client came to me, a church came to me. He said, I want to purchase a commercial building. I saw, and what happened is I tell the church, yeah, I'm glad you do that. But the question is, if you don't have an attorney, I cannot present you. He has a realtor. I said, because you don't have an attorney, I cannot present you. And I said, you can go somewhere. He went, he said, he had never heard about something like that. I said, when he came back, he said, I'm bringing money to you. You push me away if I don't have an attorney. I said, let me say to you, you do not understand commercial. It's called B2B. And guess what, Ron? I'm not batch anyone. I brought my attorney and he agreed to hire the attorney contract with the realtor. Do you know in the middle of the deal right now, and the loan almost fell in my hand because the building is a standing loan building by itself. You know, underwriting is totally different because I was young and I was a beginning underwriter, and I had to learn that lesson. By the time I told realtor, let's move it forward, the realtor said, man, I'm gonna return the money or the client gonna lose the money. And my attorney, which I brought him in, they said, do you have time? Do you want me to buy time? I said, I want you to buy time for me. Guess what? The realtor was give up, man. He said, no, it's in your own. And it was, client almost lost $50,000. Imagine I didn't have an attorney was kind of fight with the legal, room for me to buy time. My client will lose that, that $50,000. That's why the reason why, Ron, I agree about it. What you said about commercial is skin in the game. You have to know law change and all those stuff. Elaborate more on that, Ron, about anything advice you can give to people that buy in commercial building.
I mean, you said it doing well already because that's the part. Like you have to get more knowledge on that. And the number one thing that we talked about at the time is that you always have to act in your client's best interest at all times.
Say that again. That's very important what you said.
You always have to act at your client's best interest at all times. If think that a lawyer is needed to be in that situation, then that's what it needs to be. As you just give the example, if you didn't have a lawyer, the client would lose 50K. 50K, that's a lot of money for anyone to lose, even that. To just see that money go in the drain is not good. So there's always something that you don't see. If you have people working in your best interest, and as you said, it's B2B, business to business. That other business that's selling you that commercial deal, they might have certain things that they don't even want to disclose to you. You probably don't even know because they, in the commercial side of it, they get to make the call on how they want to sell the business or the building on whatever they want to do apart from the legal thing that the city, the state got to really clear for. But once they sell it, and if you don't know, there's certain things that's not there, that's not right, that needs a license, that needs to be cleared, that needs to be taken care of. You're gonna buy the property, and next thing you know, all that becomes your problem. So this is why you get someone who's acting in your best interest and giving you all the details, everything. Like we gotta be honest with you, we gotta be upfront with you, and tell you all the risk there is that has to do with it and all the benefits, like what you can get rid of right before you get into it. So yeah, this is why we do what we do, and yes, you will get to situation as you told them, we're gonna reject your, we would love to make money, but because you're not working in the way that we want you to be, we can't do it. If you cannot hire a lawyer, you cannot, do the things the way we want to work, and give us time to do the proper work for you. Sorry, can get you somebody else.
Ron, I know real estate, commercial real estate, and versus residential. It's we're talking about $1 million, man. Do you like residential versus commercial? Commercial. industry. Tell me, what's the money size when you make a paycheck, bro? I know. You talking about 2 million, 4 million. Residential, you talking about 300, 400, right? You don't have to tell people how much money you're making. It's not. We cannot disclose that. Ron, 2 million multiplied by three. How much money did I give it to you? 2 million, 2 million multiplied by three. Oh, 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 $500,000 multiplied by three. Ron, I'll do the math for you, Ron. I'll do the math. 2 million multiplied by three. Ron, it's all right. It's just $60,000. Okay, one deal. Okay, and when you take $500,000 multiplied by three, okay, that's $15,000. That's $45,000 extra. That's $45,000 extra again. Ron, is that why you like commercial, man? I gotta go get my license too. All right. Hey, okay. We all just watching. Ron said satisfactory client. It's not about the money. But the money is great. Ron said taking care of the client. But I, mhm. Yeah, that's true. Ron, what you said make a lot of sense. We're gonna wrap it up the show right now. And I had a realtor that called me. He's an attorney. I saved his number. When after I was talking to him, I didn't know that the realtor was the attorney was focused on real estate, man. He said, "Hey, come on, man. Being an attorney, I'm an attorney, bro. I make my money in commercial, man." I said, "Oh my God, I never thought of that." He said, "E, that's what I'm doing right now." And I just recently sold a plaza over like $4 million. Imagine a check for $4 million multiplied by 3% again, Rick. Ron, don't make me do the numbers again. Ron, it's really good, man. It's really good, and I love that, Ron. Thank you so much for coming to the show. What is the last thing you can say to the viewers right now? The realtors out there. Before you talk, realtors out there, we are full commercial lending. At over 20 years, we've been serving the community. When the banks say no, we say yes. We have a lot of deals coming from banks. If you want to work with us, we're willing to hire you. We can partner with you. We cover all 50 states. Don't be afraid to talk to us. If you have any deals that you're struggling with, any deals you want us to close, we'll be able to close for you. And we have Ron is a commercial realtor. That's all he does. Ron, tell me a little bit about close the show right now. Ron, thank you so much. With us, Ron, it was a pleasure to have you because I always count on you to give the people the advice, the realtors, because they need someone that can help them and we can move forward, Ron. And the good thing about it, I think I'm